regards things are essential to be discussed and explained in this episode. I'm going to talk about 3 points that are pivotal and um, elementary. There is a great difference between the language of animals and the language of human beings. These things are highly recommended to be indicated with examples and illustrations. The first point that I would like to talk about and highlight in my speech, it, uh, it is the type of language that animals could use in order to communicate. The first point that I would raise here and highlight it, make us understand and comprehend that animals do have a type of language, but there is some specifications and limitations. Take, for example, honeybees. They can communicate with each other when they get a source of food, and at the same time they would like to send messages to others to come and take the food that they are looking for. Of course, bees are looking for um, honey, or they would like to get a nectar. At the same time, they would like to fill the hive. But the idea here illustrates the importance of how could we make a type of expression that could be regarded as a language for other bees in order to come and take the required amount of honey from the source, or as from the place, the location, the site in which there is a source of food. 2 points. The first one, that this type of food is qualified, and it must be a source of qualification so that it is called a recommended place. And secondly, they would like to tell us that there must be a type of dance. It is called the wangle dance, be sent to others like the letter 8, so that they would determine the distance and direction. Distance means the area, how long and how far is it from the others, and their location, their environmental issues, and that must be associated with the requirements of preparations and recommendations in order to come and take the honey. So you see, this is the communication, the type of communication. The honeybees send this type of message to others in order to come to find the source of food, or a source of food. It must be qualified, it must be highly recommended with a type of wangle dance. So this is the wangle dance is regarded as a language. It is a type of communication that is regarded as communicative means. At the same time, the other way by which the revert or vervet monkeys, these monkeys, they are in the African areas, and they could send a type of communication to their members within their groups. The member of the group is about 70 members. How could they send, talk, communicate, speak with their members. When they get, or when they feel that there is a type of threat coming toward them, or attending to attack them. So these are regarded as predators. The predators are animals so aggressive, and they do want to kill these types of animals. The vertebrate monkeys, the monkeys in particular. So how could they communicate? How could they speak? How could they warn others to give a type of alarm to their friends, mates? We could not mention the word as Hocht mentioned in his book, The Psychology of Language, in 2014, and within the new edition, it is 2016, the newest book that I would recommend most of you to read it in order to get more information about how could you understand the psychology of language. How could we understand that a language has a type of relation with history, geography, mathematics, technology, but at the same time there must be a type of relation between the language and psychology. So once again, return to monkeys. Monkeys could communicate with each others and sending a type of warning to their members within the 70 numbers by using a type of vocalizations. The word vocal means pronunciation, means communications, means articulations. All these things are references for the idea of communication. So they could send by using vocalization, because these African animals, these African monkeys, are afraid from three predators: leopards, snakes, and at the same time they do want to tell us, as people who would like to understand their life, their communication style, their process of discussing, debating about a threat or a or to make a warning. It is related to what's called the utterance. The type of utterance that is used by animals is limited. It is called holy phrase. This type of linguistic expression, linguistic term, it is used in order to tell us that there is a single expression, single reference toward the entire situation and condition, while the animal is in it. The home front of my speech is that we could say that animals do communicate with each other, but they don't have the type of expression that human beings do have, because our language has a meaning, and that meaning could be understood, would be analyzed and discussed, debated within the style of speech. So language is a process of communicating, the animal aspect. But at the same time, utterances is called whole phrase. Whole phrases means how could we mention a single expression towards the entire situation or condition. To sum up, I would say that there are things could be discussed, debated by animals by using the type of communication, just to tell us that they do want to give an alarm or to mention that they can find a type of food or a source of food. But the idea here explains for us that they do not go deeply in terms of semantics, syntax, pragmatics, or phonology. Oh no, I'm not talking here about all these linguistic elements, types. No, I'm saying now all these things so that we could understand that animals could communicate, but it is limited. It does not have any expression. It is called holy phrase. Once again, I would emphasize about the word holy phrase. And at the same time, they do want to avoid snakes, leopards, for example, these predators, animals, aggressive animals, by sending this type. Then things are clear now by mentioning such important elements. At the same time, I would share this information with you because I have read recently the newest book about the psychology of language, which is the newest book. It is 2016. I mean, it has published in 2016, so within the new edition. So it's filled with information. It's a huge book. It's prolific with information that needs to be read and discussed by most of the professors, teachers, doctors. Those are dealing with the language and the English one in particular, particularly when we talk about the history of language, the importance of language, the core references of language within other types and references. Thank you.